Hey everyone! So, welcome to the newest episode of Disney Character Trivia. Let's get straight to it. This week's episode is all about Princess Belle from Beauty and the Beast. First, some quick facts. She's the only brunette princess, not involving any magic that is. She is the second princess that did not start off as royalty. Instead, she had to marry into it. Cinderella was the first to do so, and Tiana was the next. She's the first princess to have never been sleeping or napping. Belle was also the final princess to have the same actress play both her speaking and singing voices for quite some time. Princess Jasmine, Pocahontas, and Mulan all had different actresses for their speaking and singing parts. It wouldn't be until Princess Tiana and Rapunzel when the same actress provided both voices. Actually, Beauty and the Beast was the last Disney film for quite a while before Princess and the Frog came along, where the entire main cast performed both their speaking and singing parts. Thanks to Gaston, Belle is the only princess to reject an on-screen proposal. In the history of Disney animation, only two pairs had successfully gotten a yes for their on-screen proposal. That would be Bernard and Bianca, and Charlotte and Lawrence disguised as Naveen, which didn't turn out too well. Belle is also the first princess to have a male character as their villain. Although she didn't defeat Gaston herself, she is the first princess to not be saved by the prince to get there happily ever after. She ended up saving the Beast herself by helping him evolve throughout the course of the film to ultimately become a better person, and then finally professed her love to break the spell. By not being your typical damsel in distress, she pioneered the way for future princesses that possessed more heroic and independent personalities that didn't require the same amount of saving. In the 2010 Diamond Edition release of Beauty and the Beast, an alternate beginning from the early stages of production was included. For the first time through footage, it is revealed that they intended for Belle to have a younger sister, Clarice. Also, while they never state Belle's age in the completed film, the alternate beginning shows Belle celebrating her 17th birthday. Let's forget about the beginning that never was, though, and talk about the actual beginning. If you pay attention, Belle is the only member of the town to wear blue. The other townspeople are heavy on the earth tones such as brown, green, and orange. If you're not convinced, here is a picture of the Bimbettes. The designers and artists wanted Belle to be noticeable in a crowded town. So, this was a conscious decision to symbolize how different she is from the rest. It isn't until we meet the Beast, another misfit, when another character also wears blue. The opening sequence isn't the only time we see Belle walking through a French setting though. Fast forward 5 years later to the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and we have Quasimodo singing how he wishes he was among the millers and their wives, and wait a minute, that's Belle making a cameo in this film. Also, that seems to be carpet from Aladdin being dusted off. I've also heard people claim that that over there is Pumbaa being carried. I personally can't see it, but if that is him, well, he had better luck in The Lion King and probably should have stayed in Africa. Back to the beginning of the film though. During Belle's reprise, which by the way is one of my favorite Disney songs, we have a scene where Belle runs to the hills singing. This scene is actually paying homage to The Sound of Music, where Julie Andrews does the same thing. Moving on, this isn't really Belle related since it is a scene with Maurice and Philippe. But anyway, when Maurice is traveling to the fair, he comes to a sign at a fork in the road. While it's a bit hard to make out, the sign lists actual California cities. Pointing towards the peaceful road is Anaheim, where Disneyland lives, and then there's Valencia. One could believe it's a reference for the location of Cal Arts, the college founded by Walt Disney, or possibly the location of Six Flags, where a rival theme park resides, since it's pointing towards a gloomier path. Above these two signs are more California cities, Newhall and Saugus. Back to Belle though. While Belle obviously developed a strong relationship with each of the objects in the castle, only one of them refers to Belle by her actual name, and that is Chip. The others refer to her as she, or her, or mademoiselle, or even simply the girl. In my first character trivia about Ariel, I spoke a little about how the princesses actually do have some connections to each other. So with Belle, it seems as though the Beast and her got some dance lessons from Aurora and Philip. During the final scene, Belle and Beast dance the same exact way as Aurora and Philip did. This actually has to do with production time restraints. It's actually the same exact dance. The dance is reused animation of the finale from Sleeping Beauty. And actually, if you go to Maurice's cottage in Walt Disney World in New Fantasyland, which is their latest and largest expansion of the Magic Kingdom, you will find that Belle also owns the book Sleeping Beauty. This book is also seen again in the painting of her with her mother. Take note that this is the first time the parent to a princess is introduced through a theme park expansion. Nowhere in any of the animated films or shows did we get a glimpse of Belle's mom. But now we know exactly what she looks like. And finally, Belle is the one and only princess that needed to go to IKEA after getting her happily ever after, since there was reportedly no furniture left in the castle at the conclusion of the film. Obviously that was a joke. I'm sure she didn't go to IKEA, but I'm pretty sure she did need some furniture. In my last video, I asked you guys who you thought would be the next princess for this video, and it turns out a lot of you guys have ESPN or something because a majority of you guessed Belle. So here are some of you guys that guessed the right princess. So here's the new question of the video. Next up is going to be a prince, and you guys get to pick the next one. And I will give you 3 options. Majority rules, so every vote counts. So would you like to see Aladdin, the Beast, or Prince Eric? And once again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. You'll always know when the latest trivia video comes out. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I actually plan on having a live chat soon, so you'll know firsthand when it is if you follow me there. And that's all I have, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to comment down below and vote which prince you want to see next. And until next time, see you later guys.